So are you ever curious over tomato nutrition and even the science behind the vegetable itself? Well, that's why we have Hy-Vee registered dietitian Jenn Blaser here with us to share it all and really kind of get us in the know here. Thank you so much for joining us, Jenn.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So let's first of all talk about the biggest question. Is it a fruit or a vegetable? Because I know that this one can kind of be a little bit tricky.
Yes, well, you know, when it comes to nutrition, it doesn't matter whether it's a fruit or a vegetable, but technically we do classify it as a fruit. It can also fall in the vegetable category. So at the end of the day, the nutrition that we get from tomatoes trumps everything with that.
And like you said, we know that tomatoes are good for us, but what exactly are the nutrition benefits to them?
Yeah, so tomatoes, whether fresh or canned, share a lot of nutrition qualities. So they're a great source of vitamin A and vitamin C, which helps support our immune health. But they also contain fiber. Most of us need more fiber. That really helps with our gut health. It also can help to support balancing our blood sugar and heart disease risks. So lots of benefits from that. But our canned tomatoes have some extra properties that I want to talk about today.
Really? So, and that was something else I was wondering, is there really a difference between the health benefits from when you get like that fresh tomato and then when you have canned tomatoes?
Yeah, so what happens with our canned or processed tomato products is that they're exposed to heat. And heat helps to activate lycopene. Have you ever heard of lycopene?
I have, yeah.
So lycopene is an antioxidant. It can help lower our risk of certain cancers. It also can help with lowering blood pressure and reducing cardiovascular disease risks. But when tomato products are exposed to that heat, the lycopene is activated. So it's more readily available, easier for our body to absorb and digest that antioxidant.
And that is a really good thing for all of us. And this lends me into that next question. So for our long-term health, just adding tomatoes to our diet, maybe even just a little bit, a couple times a week even, what does that do for a person's long-term health?
Yeah, absolutely. So tomatoes, about 80% of the lycopene that we get in our diet comes from tomato products. So shares that importance, like I mentioned, the benefits to blood pressure and cardiovascular disease, as well as fiber, which just helps support that full feeling after we eat a meal. So there's lots of great benefits, whether you're following a diet for a specific disease or just general healthy eating. Tomatoes should definitely be incorporated. And there are so many options, you know, pasta, easy option, add some tomato sauce, marinara sauce. If you like pizza, salsa, I've made a quick salsa here with some canned tomatoes. That's a great option this time of year too.
You just listed some of my favorite ways to consume tomatoes, I'll tell you that. Also, what are some ways, especially for these right here, those original tomatoes, to keep them fresh?
Yes, so you definitely want to make sure that you're not sticking your fresh tomatoes in the refrigerator. They will last longer and taste better if they're just left on the countertop where they can just sit there and be added to our favorite dishes, whether it's something like a simple salad or BLT, some bruschetta. There's lots of great recipes.
So don't put them in the fridge.
Don't put them in the fridge.
Okay, that's good advice. A lot of people aren't sure about that.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Jenn, thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely.